Welcome back, folks, to the Wintermoor Tactics Club. Let's continue. Because things are going really weird. I talked to Jacob. Actually, no, I still got quests. We got a mysterious appearance. Investigate the graffiti in the stadium. Talk to Jacob. Right. Classrooms has side quests, library side quests, admin building side quests. Jesus. Like side quests everywhere. Side quest people. Art room side quest people? No art room side quest people. Okay. Just gonna strip my stuff. That means science room. Science lab side quest? Yes, science lab side quest person. Alicia, I would like to talk to you. Sure, what's going on? Oh, hi? Is everything okay? I've noticed you convinced Batu to join your club. Taking him under your wing. I hope you're not angry about that, are you? No, you are attempting to show him kindness. I understand and approve. However, as a former leader of the equestrian club, I still feel responsible for his well-being. I worry about him. He guards his feelings closely. Are you sure he's really fitting in and not just hiding? Oh, Batu's doing fine. He found a perfect CNC character for him, and he's gotten really into it. Oh, good. I trust your word on this. I mean, I think he's okay. Oh, geez, could Batu not be okay? Is he just hiding his emotions? Maybe try sneaking a look at the club room and see what he does when I'm not around. A spy! No, see, the trick to the... Alright. No, see, the trick is to fire while all four horses' feet are off the ground, right, you know. This is why stirrups are such an important invention. Of course, that makes sense. The shot would be steadier. Okay, so let's say that the prerequisite for a ride by volley attack is that you have a white falcon at full gallop. Okay, that makes sense. Did you see the note I left explaining that's his stats? Yeah, I got it. So basically you're saying that the horse's mother was from the lands of Gromori expansion. Yeah, I think that's the most similar CNC setting in the climate and terrain. That's why White Falcon is crossbred. You can have the speed of an Elysian horse, but the hardness and endurance of the Gromorian. Yeah, that tracks, but how would the Gromorian horse make it all the way to Ilithar? Well, that's why I want to talk to you about trade routes. He's into it alright. He's well into it. Him and Colin are just continuously having conversations about how to set this up. Seems like they're enjoying themselves. I knew I didn't have to worry. Comoran stirrups. Yep. I like the fact he's actually discussing the whole thing. Yes, well, you see, and that's why you got across the system of the trading networks, you see. Okay, that would give me the specialization force of Bowmaster. The +1 range, +1 movement, and +2 tactic points when you hit with 2 or more targets. Now he has the own... She's got Power Word and Spire, Smoke Bomb and Grapple Hook, Absolution, which is his level 10 pointer, which just makes everybody come after him and gives him a massive pump of barrier and... barrier. I mean, that's actually a massive boost to him. Use it tactically, use it at the right time. Inside their, oh, actually, no, just use it at the right time and it will just snag all sorts, and with a huge armor boost, you won't be hurt. I don't think... Nope, so 5 skill, or normal and normal. So these are basics, limited and basic. So, yeah. You have like a... Let's see, Mastery of Yanya. Mind Control Beam. Installation Beam! Haha, so if that hits with Mind Control Beam, it would just make all these guys just, wow. Bestow chaining. The attack's getting chaining, so it actually hits everybody and everyone else. Super hard kick. Better than regular kick. This is a super hard kick. 20 normal humans. Okay, so a lot of range types, magic, anti-magic types. Anjai gets ultimate power of dedication. Okay, so for 2 turns, range bursts everyone around her, and they get mega improved. I think I got everyone's baseline challenge done. Could, before we run off and do our thing, try and get something like for Anja. Let's go for it. Believe it, yeah. So these guys are... all players must stay alive. Let's see. Physical attack type, physical attack type, physical attack range with magic armor. Well, since they have a lot of physical stuff, oh, Jenny's definitely in. Rogi out. You know what, Elwood the Guardian is not a bad option because he can stun lock them. Then again, Mist Rider here will be useful as well because he's got a long, quick thing. But he's got the armor, so. There you go. I've sort of corralling them all into one spot. Thundering hammers, very handy. That's why his hook shot was very... Get over here! Wait, why would you pull me in? I don't get it. I don't get it, guys. He's pulled it in. What do you mean? He's pulled it in? Yeah, why did you pull it in? I mean, I can have command and call, and that would just, like, affect everyone there. Persevere. Do this. Ba-ba! Set this up. Then I miss. Yes, but they don't do magic attacks, so... Now it's my turn. This is gonna really hurt everybody. Now she got the friend thingy, so her shock attacks don't work on my own allies, so I can chain this up. Make a giant chain attack. 1-0, baby. And we've all got 10 points. And by pulling in, it's going to force them all to get into range. Ouch. His armor stops it. That's fine. Oops, no, I'm dead. Darn. Actually, I could pull. Ooh, retry battle. Okay, that's, I think, works. The tactic is working, I just need to adjust how. Pull you in. Now, where I went wrong was because I pulled her too far forward. Put her too far forward to get the... And he was much closer, so... Even if that there, I would actually nail them all anyway. Apart from him, because he won't get any damages in them, else I'd missed. Get him! And two of them are nuked. They'll still go for her. At least health, taunted. Turns attacker, least health, closest. Least health. Technically moved her. Maybe they'll still group up the way I want them to. Yes. They're idiots. We can now be thankful that they are in fact idiots. Idiots. Yes. Right. Two things. One, this. Multi-kill. Unstoppable. I think the thing he said I had to like take two. No, cancel. Using your mind control, you can get them. Kaboo! They do magic damage, they do physical damage, and they're gonna beat you up. Inspired. Right, next turn victory. Because he's gonna bite him for free. Blep. His physical damage doesn't resist any of that. He's gonna blap him for free, because it's magic. Yeah, this. Well, I actually might not win this turn. Yeah, it took no damage, but at the same time, she can do damage now. Because he's inside his mist. That's fine because it's the problem we've got hook pull now because it's a range attack. But he's taunted, so he won't go for her, and he's got way more than enough health to deal with him. On the other hand, he's going to do blast that and blast them both. Mega Mist pulls you in. You don't hit anybody, but that's not the point. The point is that hits them both. Probably wasted a turn. But he's still an idiot. And he's going to try to do this. So, yay! Absolution! I took a less. Well, no, I did it under par. Sweet! See if that's golf. Be great. I am staggeringly super savvy, apparently. I minimise the amount of damage being inflicted back on me. So she now has dedication. And she uses Inspire for 2 turns and Encourage for 2 turns. So everyone gains. Oh, ouch. Everyone around her gains +2 damage and gets +2 tactic points a turn. So they could really just buff up their points back up. Let's just look at your thing for a second, dude, because. Hook pull. What's Grace's hook pull? Hammer hook. So that turns changes that, which is. Oh, I could go for Berserker. And for that, I'd need to put this on. Well, again, his Righteous Tempest becomes Righteous Tempest, which hits everybody around him. And if I can make sure I'm near 3 people, I can get +1 damage on him. So he becomes a free damage. We'll leave him be for now. Yeah, we're doing pretty well getting mastery control here. Rogi and Janya are the last two to get it. And she gains Mind Control Beam, the enhanced version. She now has like 3 things. So if you can get use Inspire to boost up everyone's damage thing, get a load of points quickly, get her level 10, you then hit with a dedication, and then everyone's attacks. She's gonna get tactic points back very quickly. Considering I've designed her so she can pretty much blap everybody. Let's see, these guys are mostly. These 2 are magic defense types. Rogi. All guys with decent HP. So +2 armor. He will be the easiest one to get with the mist thing. Elrond's Guardian ability is very handy. You get the 10 points and trigger his Guardian, you can make everybody go to him. Which then sets them all up beautifully for being blapped by Anja here. Dun, dun. Dum, 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 dum. I'd love to get them all with the boop. Pull him closer would be nice. The assassins hit for free though. I mean, This mind control on him would be awesome because it would on these guys because it would well just mess them up. Inspire would give him on turn. It's not her thing, so that's fine. He has massive range though. Oh no, undo movement. Yes, that still works. Huh. So, you freed... Ah, so what? You pulled me closer. That means I'm going to destroy you next turn. Yes, but... now you're in a nice chain that I can do this to. Boop! You four beat each other up. Okay, get each other! Bye! Just do the thing on least though. They might reach over to it though. Come on. Thankfully, the magical armor. Ooh, they do magic attacks. They don't even blap each themselves. They're... You dare fight me? Take this. That was very useful. That was actually super useful. Anya's thing. I mean, that would kill him for certain. We're going after her next, though. And they're going to reach her this turn, no matter what I do. I don't know, actually, move her down here if you can't hit her. But I need to do something about this guy. Wah-wah. He is taunted. Perform this attack anyway. I can't hurt my friends. Unfortunately, completely utterly useless because it didn't do any damage. Plus side, however, he's all the way back there. Ouch. Might kill actually kill Enya. Oh, thankfully the AI is stupid. Never mind. He's doing a magical attack though, which is a little annoying. The assassins don't do magic. Hey, lots of points. I get those two, I get those two, but I can't get 1, 2, and they're gonna blap them next turn. I can't move! I only get 2, and that's a problem. Ooh. Yep. We lose. think half the trick to this is dealing with... I think half the trick with this is dealing with their certain characters. These guys all do magic attacks. They have magic armor, so you need to get them inside the magic maze thing. Now, technically, even going over here and getting that would be fine. Could probably get stun armor. Considering he now gets chain attack on his attack. And then we get dazed. Hurry-do! As they are now dazed, they lose 1 momentum and attack deals -2 damage. So essentially the modifier of the vines do nothing. To inspire on her, give some tactic points. We need to get some points back. And thankfully, these guys are all dumb. What's your target? You guys go after the attack to me last and opponent close to me. Okay, one way of doing it. If I do a shift attack there, they take less damage. Let's see, how much health they got? 4, so if I do a... what's with the... I just wonder what the thing with these guys... She'll come the closest though, and he'll... Yep. Exhausted, so they lose 1 movement. Now you can reach this turn, that's fine, because I'm going to move here. And I'm going to couple these two. Just you to go after him because he doesn't have any anti-physical. You're taunted, that's fine because you're now inside the Mega Mist, which means when you next turn you get the blast. Ow. Oh no, they're going the brambles for me. It'd be nice if I could just... Well, I could blap that and just blap everybody. Actually, no, seriously, if I actually hit everyone? No, because no way that one's actually hit. Closest and closest. Power word would be nice. Yes, right there. So it gets chain effect on those guys. Everybody attack each other. Yeah, but he's got physical armor defense, not magic defense. Hi. Bleh. thankfully you two are going to beat each other up. You are still going after me. Nope, you should be fine on this one. Oh, Aswell hasn't got a turn. Aswell can't attack anybody. Because this silly thing makes him aim too far. You're going to be brambled. You're about to beat each other up anyway, so spam at me. My physical beats your physical. No, wait, you got physical armor? No. My magic beats yours. Haha. I'll win. Welcome to being back in the Mega Mist. Well, you two can beat each other up immensely. Because the Mega Mist deals with your magic barrier. You're gonna bramble him. It's fine, because it's made a mess for him. Nice. Oh, we can deal with... No, I don't get brambled. What is with the rotation of the thing? Sometimes it rotates one way and sometimes it's L that way. Based entirely on where she faces? I can go there and put Mist down there, which will actually connect everybody up. And we'll allow destruction on everyone. Now get back to you a second, mate. It's still connected by the mist. Oh, you're still in the mist though. So if we move you to here, out the Mega Mist, you can only do the normal damage, at full health. So 5 damage tops. I don't get these two anymore. Still gonna deal a ton of damage, and if Werewolf survives, yep, he can do his Mega next turn. Which brings everybody over to me. Ow. Well, on the plus side, he can't get with him with the ambush. I'm still gonna kill it though. Definitely now we're gonna have to use that. I mean, don't get me wrong, if I use that, I probably... See, unfortunately, brambles don't connect them. But this will net all but one and deal a ton of damage. Leaving her free to run away. To fight another day. Meet. Clear that off. They're now all taunted, so they're going to have to go after him. Ah, man, still gonna lose. Oh, no. Magic damage 8. Hey, Mega Mist no more. Oh, I was in Mega Mist before, that's why it took the damage. Thankfully, for 2 turns, he is very, very, very much not gonna die. So, that's fine. For no turn, he can't be killed. And his armor's too damn high for it to work. Yeah, he's in Rambo though. Unfortunately, now he is no longer that, which is sad. She's not strong enough to take these two on her own. And unfortunately, she did not take enough damage to get the tactic points needed, so he could use his stun blast attack again. We are toast. Absolutely toast. Unless he moves forward. Nope, you're toast. Well, let's rethink that one. Might come back to that one. Maybe the maybe the Cavalier guy would be better. I think half the key is getting rid of the magic guys. No, his thing of course. No, his thing, this Guardian thing is fine, but it's not helping much. That's the annoying thing. I want this because I want magic attack with chaining, but these guys have anti-magic on them. I mean, against the other guys, you know, the smaller dudes, it's fine if I can create a giant field of where they get linked together. These are more useful though because I can definitely make him far more dangerous. Don't have a slam now. Tiles will target square. Damage 4, and that would make him a bit more useful against Smite. Burst damage 2. Essentially what we just did is rearrange him from being a magic killer to a anti-physical. He's now more dangerous. I had to think of that, but he's actually more dangerous. I'm not going to get you out to have a physical block, but I can't. Wow. Smite. Range 4, damage 2. Magic attack. That would nuke these two. Okay, undo your movement. It might be a bad idea letting these guys pull in. And we'll deal with these guys on the side first. Okay, is it like random or something? So this T-shot there, so like, okay, great. It only does that there. But doesn't get all... I mean, I can blap those three. Easy. And to get her, they've now got to run into the mist zone. His got a nasty range, that's a problem. Same time we do that, you actually destroy those two immediately. Nails the highest thing, has daze, so they lose a movement point. You know what? Daze them. Power of words, smite. Nice, and it was a power thing, word thing, not his thing. So I'm actually in position now to use Anger's ability to give everyone mega inspiration. Guy's bunched up. That was bad. That way, everyone gets inspired and encouraged. Now let's move a guy who has a bit more punch when he's in close and around people. Bleh. And these two are completely toast. Bye. Okay, even if he attacks now, he's has the power to survive all the hits. He's after her anyway, for some strange reason. Well, these guys just got blitzed. A character who can essentially got +2 on everything, and we're gaining our points back very quickly. So if we can get enough points next turn, we could potentially activate his taunt mode. Okay, out and out. Never mind, he's not going to survive that long. Oh no, we can't get to him. Because he's an idiot. Wow, I can destroy him. I can destroy both of them. What if I move here? Can I change? Oh, I can't change it myself. Oh, that's sad. I can't chain with you though. I mean, if I get this thing on, I don't know, what could I get? Yes, I can get more than enough points for this. I used my friend, the lightning conductor. Nice. That +2 damage. Probably would actually nuke these guys too. But he can now activate Absolution, which A kills 3 of them. Blah. Taunted, and thanks to his barrier, level of barrier, his attacks can do absolutely bugger all. No, it's where. Perseverance only counts for 1. +1 damage. I mean, we'd get him through the armor faster, but we'll have to use her next turn to sort of reduce. The brambles didn't work. I'd like to point out the brambles, but it didn't work. Was I hope to let you know. Get the Mega attack, your brambles, because you can only have one on at a time. Your attack is magic based, so and deals only 2 damage. Brambles. Yeah, so I can't move very far, but his brambles only do 2 damage anyway. can inspire still. But still, the guy has no armor. So, yay! Next turn we have more power back! A guy who can physically bat people. Blip. And does no damage. Ah, he lost his armor now. On the other hand, he only has 3 health left. Let's see, what's this one do? Do 5 damage. Line attack. No, cancel. I want to click on and her. I mean, that would reduce his armor back down. And it makes little to no difference. Because I can deal 4 damage. Bonk. Blech. See, I can get it correct. I just needed to alter my idea of how things were going. Just change him out for a different trick. And now she has the mind control beam. Bestow chaining confusion for 2 turns. Oh dear God. 1 use per battle alone. But the fact that he actually chained it lasts for 2 turns now means you could literally blap. If you get a good chunk of them, you could force a good chunk of the enemy to fight each other. And I just saw a good confusion attack can do wonders for your chances. There's one more guy I need to really look at. Oh, so Adamine's now available. And he gets Valiant Charge. Bull Rush. Target square, taking as it goes along, burst. Physical weakness 2. Lose 1 armor. Okay, that's not too bad. 4 damage. That was pretty nice, hefty damage. Oh, lots of brambles, range, and mages. This is literally a very magic resistant squad. This is where you throw in your non-magic users and then laugh as they beat the ever-living hell out of them. Now, technically speaking, my Confusion Lady is very useful because they're all together, then you just go blip and you make half of them fight each other. Ah, they're all separated. It's not bad to line up, actually. They're alive, except for Draqueen. Who is Draqueen? Default Sniper, Draqueen. Oh! These guys are Draqueens. Interesting. Well, they're both dead. Goodbye. Draqueen Shoto! Nope, need to be there. Both there. Still get them. Good. Exhaustion, so lose 1 movement, so they can't get away quick. You have really good range though. I think there's something to give you more physical armor. Ouch. That's gonna be annoying because the ones I want to kill are the back. concerned. I want to move you here. They're all dazed. Nope. Undo movement because you're knowingly in the wrong spot. Couple up. Get rid of him. And now kill him. Adios. Astral Trample, baby. Only Mega Mist now behind rather than fire. Gotcha. Annoyingly in range. A single attack though and does veil damage. In fire. Ouch! Ouch! Oh! See, we're happy together, aren't we? Yes, we are. We're happy, happy, happy. Happy family. Happy, happy. Get him. Now I can use his thing to charge the other locations and get much closer. Nope, 4 stack, come on. Do what I'm told to do, and 4 stack. You will not 4 stack, will you? Whee! I can't reach there with him. Unfortunately, he doesn't have like a defense thing where he goes whoop and puts more health on himself. Bonk. 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 Ow. I should have points. No, I don't have points. I just spent them. I can ram attack. Oh, still, so that's good. Oh, I should have done that first. Reset turn. Yes. And use Inspire. Now we have the points we need to win. Come on! I forgot entirely about Inspire. I forgot Inspire. And now I have a Valiant Charge, which is a far more powerful version. We're just like gaining all the good stuff. Gaining all the good stuff. Gaining all the good stuff. He's got a kick power attack that does 8 damage. That is ridiculous. I forgot entirely that I made the Charge Boys stuff magic. Basic magic rather than, you know, regular. I forgot about that. Hold on, count sheets. Yeah, now it gets travel against chaining. It was a very useful thing to get. Taunts enemies on turn. That probably gives him magical armor. Gives him armor. mean, +1 range on trample and 2 tactics when you hit 2 or more targets. Also very handy. But I'm sticking with this for now. Let's just get masteries. You know? All the masteries. All players must stay alive. Shadow Cult Wizards. Flame. Amy's got to go in for these smokes, I think. So if I pull him over... Magic armor, no armor, magic armor, magic. Okay. Let's change out you. Put you in. And you, because you're very useful at we're going to put you there, because when he pulls you over, you're going to smack him. And I just want you, because you can do the motivation bleed thing, which makes it ridiculous. First, inspire, please. Now he has 2 basic attacks. Grapple and Shadow Shove. This will pull him very close. Hello. This will total him. Goodbye. One turn, wipe one guy out. I think the fact wiped out one of the nastier mages. Yep, to attack, we're going to smoke. You can attack, you're in fire, which is very bad for you. Also in fire now. I wish I can't chain with that. Let's see. Yeah, being the brambles is not helpful. Of course, on the other hand, I have smite, so I can just go blap. And blap. Yes, well, we'll just go, oh hey, and activate Absolution, just happily tank out everything coming now. Now we gotta do, no, we don't attack him. Actually, let's keep him in the magic, in the smoke, so he deals less damage. Most physical attack, most magical. You're stuck in the smoke still. And you can't get through to get to him. Ooh, if I did that, I could actually have max. Oh man. Can I just reset my turn? You know what? Let's get you here. Do this. Boo! Inspire! Let's get really dangerous! Right, your smite thing has a massive range. Like, really massive. Yeah, we're now just more than a little tanky. Wow, they went through me. You're on fire and the brambles. Ow. Okay, I like the fact the Inspire thing definitely works out. It's just got to deal with the other half of it now. And therein lies the problem. We need to deal with the other half. Now getting rid of him first was not a bad idea. I just should have put the other guy here instead. First things first. That on you makes this does what it needs to do. Inspiration, pull him in for extra points. We get 2 points for this instead of 1. He's out of the picture. First turn, one guy's dead, closest. Yep, they're on the bad spots, so that's fine. Now, I'd like to... No, don't tech Rowie. Actually, doesn't really matter if it's... What I'm about to do is a little nastier. Because when he gets a buff up, his, he's gonna destroy him. Inspire. That's very good now. Yes, we destroy him. Good. That's 4 damage. You know what? Get him. Even if he does brambles, that's not so much of an issue. He did a kapow. But they're not going to get them all in one shot now because, well, you move closer. Boom, 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 boom. Now I can do smite and blap people over there, but they're going after her, which is fine for me, actually. Needs health, into fire, but it might just be able to touch him. I don't have any range attack, unfortunately, which is so sad. Yeah, it does 3 damage. It would kill him, though. On him, be just as useful. I mean, she will nuke whichever one she goes for. In this case, it's gonna be you guys. Goodbye. Technically I can do a bomb here, but if I don't kill him now, he will destroy her. Now we're gonna have to... You know what? Yes, we'll use smite on her. Or him, or it. I don't know. Phrase it how you like. Oh wow, we'll go back to 10 points again already? Her Inspire thing is absolutely ridiculous. If you can combo plateau with these things so easily. Well, she's about to obliterate those two, they're those. Magic of friendship, baby. Ah, oh, what already? That's sad. Well, I can absolute action and he will come to me. And he's got a massive barrier on right now, so your attacks are useless. Least health can make it one turn though. He feels bad though. Excellent, these guys are now absolutely toast. Hi! Yeah. Oh, I did nothing. Am I using the right spells here? I don't want to push him, technically. I want to make... Oh. He's got Skullcracker. It deals 4. Bonk. Ow, my head! That's game. Toast and toast. Push. Why? Because it deals 4 damage. Bonk. And that one was done better by simply changing where I positioned one at the start. And I did that massively better. That's everyone's mastery. He now has the super hard kick for 8 damage. I don't think I've actually seen any. Nope, I'm gonna be a little. Ooh, that means we're getting more characters. Can't see the trophy pop saying you've done everyone's masteries. So that tells me that there's more to come. So what's your ultimate ability? I like kick very hard, man. Oh. I see. Oh. I guess you are the... Oh hey, isn't that the Animal Identification Club? Maybe we should try spying on them. Hey, do you smell that? Huh? You're right. It smells like someone trying to sneak up on us. What? How could they possibly know that? I have no idea, but it sounds like we can't get close to them. They don't seem to be acting to anyone else though. Maybe we should talk to somebody for whom the library is their natural habitat? Like Book Boy, Benny, who smells like books. Oh, hi, sorry. If I don't touch your hands or anything, I've kind of got my hands full. Are you okay? Do you want some help with those? No, I'm alright. I love books. They're the best. Oh, me too. Really? Oh, it's so nice to hear someone else say that. I just wish I could disappear into a book sometimes, you know? I mean, like, physically, just curl up inside the pages and be gone forever. It would be so nice. I just love the way they smell, you know. Oh, do you want to smell like a book? I have the perfume here. Most people think it's weird, but you like books, so take it. Got the book-scented perfume. You know, weirdly, it's exactly what I need right now. Thank you. Oh, I'm so happy to hear that. Let me know how you like it. Okay, take 2. Should we spy on the animal? Yes. And this time with some book scents. I smell books. Alright, we smell like books now, I guess. Let's try it again. Okay, so I've written down all their stats and combat styles. This should give us a good starting point. Uh-oh. Are they doing recon too? Great job, Duncan. We can defeat our foes by learning out from nature. Let's start with their leader, Colin. He seems a bit of a tough, heavy armor type. That's hard to defeat. So, Bear? Pangolin, maybe. He definitely did a lot of damage in the previous battles. More than he's taken. He seems to be more aggression focused, very wild and damaging. So, Bear. I am not sure I'm comfortable with this. I mean, a stereotypical big Russian bear. Oh. Okay, Alicia, she seems wily, but fragile. can hit a lot of people at once with her snowball techniques. She seems to go down a lot in combat. Hey, so some damaging but easy to crush. A bird perhaps, but a fierce bird like a swan or a secretary bird. Yeah, I can work with that. So they ID people as animals. That could have been worse. Okay, last of the original three is Jacob. I don't really know what he does. I think it's just generic damage. Okay, Wolf by default. Wolf by default. Then there's two new people, Jaina, and I think his name is Batu. Batu's a former Equestrian member, so he should obviously be a horse. Jaina seems to have some kind of confusing effect on those around her, like they're trying to fight two people. Cobra, perhaps? Or something that tricks. It's played beforehand, like a frogfish. I guess. She's a little wily though. A little wily, hard to put down. I think that's all of them, right? We should practice hyperphysical combat against those animals. See how we can match up. Let's go, this is dumb. Let's go, this is dumb. I mean, isn't this kind of what we've been doing with CNC? Did you say something? Nothing. Sure, let's go. Okay, he's quite right though. She's right. They scout. We scout. And we use CNC tactics to compare people. Right, oh, rangefighter types. Well, there we choose archer types and see how we fare against those. Guys who fight mainly at range. But yeah, it's no, it's pretty much what they're doing at CNC Club. Just using animal references. Naturally, however, if you fight a bear, you're going to lose. Horribly. Well, most normal people. I think there are people who actually fight bears for a living. I would not do it though. Bear versus me. Not happening. Now, bear versus me in a tank. Different story altogether. Aha, I think I will give that bear run for his money. But generic meat, no. I clicked on that by accident. Where is Baphomet? Seriously, where is Baphomet? Well, there's a new age. There's a new wave, guys. Baphomet just joined up so she could listen to music. I was going to find the a second. I want to see if I can find Baphomet on the map, because she is a unique entity. There's no way she's been relegated to simple extra person. No, yeah, she's in there. Baphomet's in here, so she's probably in the office. I want Baphomet on my team. How do you compare a demon to an animal? Jacob, we have uncovered the mystery of your location. Yo, what brings you here? Oh, Jaina, there you are. Oh, well, Colin mentioned that someone had drawn some graffiti based on the Gatekeeper symbol. It's a little weird since no one other than us knows that symbol. Alright, time to be bad cop. I'm gonna ask this once, Jacob. Was it you? Nah. You better be honest with me. Seriously? Of course I'm honest with you. What's with you? Well, sorry, I didn't mean to yell. I believe you. I've been moved to graffiti since that Knox changed the here rule. My winter is moon is unfair. And I messed that line up entirely. That was you. Dude, that was the lamest attempt at graffiti I've ever seen. What? You take that back. When the Moon is Unfair was an artistic masterpiece until the plebs ruined it with the corporate art. Sure. Oh hey, you're that girl from the club before break. Sarah, was it? It's Baphomet, just like Demon Commander. Run. I will pry your fingernails off with a silver hairpin if you call me by that name again. Oh, sorry. Sorry about your club. It's cool. I've already performed the dark ritual cursing you to burn in the seventh circle of hell for eternity, so... I see. So, Jacob, do you know where you're coming when you're coming back to the Tactics Club? Give me a few more minutes. Right now, Enfield's in the let them stew in their own guilt part of his routine. Then I'll try and intimidate us into confessing again, and then we can go. You're not so responsible. Then our only choice is seek out the sigil itself for further clues. There's so much to investigate, but first, I'd like to speak with this fascinating new individual for a moment. A dark cursing ritual, you say? Tell me more. Seriously? What's your damage? It seems like it'll go well. This seems like... Yeah, the thing is though, she's in about into mysticism. All things mystic, so if a demon, someone who's into demonology, actually will get along with a mystic. Doop 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 doop. I can leave. Don't know why I won't let me leave before. Doop 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 doop. Wait, didn't admin building have a quest line for me? I swore I had a quest line. Yeah, admin building has a quest. She may have sent out. Okay, New Age Bunch. Nope, nothing on you two. Oh, you two go. You ask her. Oh, fine. Hey, you got a second? What's going on? You're friends with that Batu kid, right? Yeah, I mean, I haven't known him that long, but, look, do you think you can get him to join our club? I mean, are you sure you'd be interested in joining the... Wait, what club are you guys again? We're the Historic Reenactment Club. Haven't you guys been disbanded already? Shh. Listen, we're doing some important scientific work here that can't be put on hold. Scientific? Yeah, we're trying to figure out what would happen if the cavemen and the Confederate army fought the Mongol holds. Is that... I thought historical reenactment was all about, reenacting history. Well, yeah, but why reenact things that's already happened? That would be boring, right? You'd already know who wins. It makes way more sense to reenact historical figures in exciting new situations. Could one Allied soldier defeat 3 Napoleons? Could Shakespeare win a poetry battle against a caveman? That sort of thing. We need someone to represent the Mongol horde, and Batu is the only Mongol we know. He's a Mongol, right? He's from Mongolia, but he's not a horde or anything. That's fine, just bring him by. I know he'd love it. I guess I can ask him? I guess it never hurts to try things out. I can mention it to him? Because he's from Mongolia. That was finally turned out to be the thing in the last episode. We found out he's from Mongolia. I am giving him a very strange accent that does not belong to Mongolians. Whee! Again, I would like it if the icon got up and went across the screen. Just to add that last little touch to show movement. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's our club. Also, Batu can draw, I cannot. Especially not in this system. Dear God, have you seen my pictures? Oh, hey, Batu, I wanted to mention something. What's the matter? Oh, it's nothing bad. Those kids from the Historical Reenactment Club invited you to one of their historic battles. Huh? Why me? I guess they want someone from Mongolia to reenact a Mongol horde. Oh, well, guess that's kind of the only thing people know about Mongolia, huh? I'm not very horde-like in person. I tried telling him that. People keep asking me if I'm related to Genghis Khan. I know I have the same name as his grandson. That doesn't mean I'm a warrior or anything. Batu is pretty common in name. Well, maybe you could talk to them? You can't really be known for anything if you don't let people get to know you. That's a lot to ask. Well, maybe you're right. I'll go if you go with me. You can count on me. Whee! To the Mongolian hordes! Genghis Khan! Woohoo! Right, I'm building the up. You guys fall in the other category. And they're not here. I should have read the bit in the corner that said where they were. I did not. I chose to ignore this for the sake of my own system. Which turned out to be incorrect. Alright, boys. To war. Hey, I brought Batu by. Great! That area of the fences are steeps, so you can invade from there. Wait just a minute. I think Batu wanted to say something first. I don't really feel comfortable invading from the steppes. I feel like people assume I'm some kind of barbarian warrior because I'm from Mongolia, but I'm actually shy and I don't like fighting. Probably pretty much anyone else in the school would be better for your reenactment than me. Well, oh shucks, you put me right in a real pickle. We've already reserved the quad for battle. You sure you won't share your authentic Mongolian experiences with us? It wouldn't be right. I don't want to be an invader. Mongolia's history is more than just warfare, you know. Some of our most famous leaders made wondrous Buddhist art, like the Great Zanzibar. Most got destroyed though. I want to be an artist, or an architect. I want to make things, not destroy them. Wait, that's it. About a poetry battle before with Shakespeare and cavemen? That's right. Caveman poetry can be an undeniable elegance. Instead of fighting, you had an art competition this time. Batu would be more comfortable doing that. Yeah. If you change a game like that just for me, well, I'll help you an art reenactment. It's unconventional, but maybe. It would be another chance for me to show the superiority of caveman art culture. Oh yeah? We'll see about that. You're on. Okay, so should I just draw something then? Don't use a pencil. It wouldn't be historical. Only I get a pencil. What about black crayon? It's kind of like charcoal. Given the circumstances, it'll have to do. Let the battle begin. Ah, battle! Behold, a portrait of my lady, love Winifred, awaiting my return under the old willow tree. As you can see, I depicted a free deer against a field of stick figures. I'll call it the origin of society. I drew the foothills of Boga Khan Mountain, where my family used to visit in springtime. I imagined how it would look hundreds of years ago. Such authenticity, such historicity. Tell Winifred I have been slain by the wonder of this drawing. Sorry, I didn't mean to slay anyone. No, it was worth it. Batu, thanks for participating in our reenactment. We probably learned something about history. It wasn't what we expected, but it went a successful meeting of the Historical Reenactment Club. Ooh, what's it to hear about a club? Nothing, sir. We're learning about history going on here, sir. Psst, Batu, here, take this as a memento of your time here. Thanks again. Yay! So, Trammel gives -1 enemy. 2 turns. And I kept getting accents and voices wrong. It's a fun fair. Yay! I can see now why Baphomet would say that's horrible, was lame. Build a stadium! Can we actually do the plot stuff now? We've run out of other things. is the Guardian's symbol. Wow, it really is that symbol from the book. Ilmanzur. Ilmanzur? The very sigil of the gatekeeper. Oh hey, it's huge. Did someone really sneak out here last night and paint this whole thing? Indeed, what sort of miscreant would have done such a thing? I mean, Jacob swears he didn't do it, and I believe him. He's not exactly shy about taking credit for vandalism. But if it wasn't him, then who? No one else knows about the figurine, right? Unless... could Enfield have spray painted it? No, that doesn't make any sense. Why would he do that? Quite the conundrum indeed. Fortunately, there are other promising leads you must follow. Me? In addition to some ominous graffiti, another mystery has appeared last night. The curious sinkhole. Isn't that just a result of school incompetence, though? Unlikely. At least you used to know by now there are no coincidences in this world, and I have gone tongue-tied. Investigate the sinkhole and return to me with your findings. And what will you be doing exactly? There are many mysteries on campus today, friend Alicia. For example, my former clubmate Scarlet has mysteriously vanished. I am attempting to find her last location. To overcome this much mystery, we must divide and conquer. There is so much for us to do. Okay, I'll let you know what I find. Excellent! I await your findings in the club room. So according to this script thing, and play CNC, I'm sure Jacob will show up soon. Investigate the sinkhole in the annex. I'm hoping if I do this, Baphomet will spawn in, and then we do this one. The game won't continue until we complete complete all main quests. And it looks like you can do it in any order you fancy. I want Baphomet. Be a necromancer or something. So, did you find the others? Yeah, man, there's a lot of crazy stuff happening around campus today. I don't even know where to start. The graffiti is seriously creepy, and it's definitely the sigil we saw in the Lemazia Zur book. It has to be whoever stole the figurine, right? We're only one to know about the statue of an Enfield, so someone must have stolen figurine, seen sigil on base, and spray painted it. Well, here's to hoping they are dumb enough to get caught. That way, Principal gets back monument to his failure, and monument of his failure, and Jacob's theft doesn't get this team disqualified from tournament. Are you sure we shouldn't? Hey man, yo, we're back. Oh no, I knew she'd be back for revenge. Hide! Get out of the table. Someone get me a paint brush, I'll draw a cross. Go, go, go! What is she doing here? I'm a demon come to sit on your chest at night and devour your dreams. She'll be joining our investigation. She's very knowledgeable about the occult and will be a valuable asset. And so we have designed a CNC character for her. What? Yay! Well, I knew Baphomet had to be joining in because she's got a unique character sprite. And in the battle, she had a unique model. Seriously? No way! There's no way that she is capable of the discipline required to play Cursors and Catacombs. Oh, blow out your ear, you festering armpit boil. Just because you declared yourself King Nerd doesn't mean I couldn't kill at this game. Well, I mean, it wouldn't hurt to give her a chance, right? Look, how well our other two party members worked out. Yeah, we're kind of 1 for 2 on that score. I assume you're referring to me, and I accept your challenge. Look, she clearly doesn't even like us. I am not writing her into the campaign. Well, don't say it. I could try writing something for her? Ugh. I'm sure it won't be so bad. What character are you playing, Baphomet? The one that's gonna blow your little nose losing minds. She will be a Hellion. Hellion? Seriously? You can't play one of those. That's a monster class. They're demons. See? I told you they wouldn't be able to handle it. Well, it kind of makes sense. She is a demonic entity. Of course she would be a monster class. Though I must admit, I'm actually now very curious if you could play a D&D game as a monster class. No, I can work something out if that's what you really want. I mean, they're usually evil, but maybe your character had a change of heart. If I described to you what was in her heart, you would turn to stone from pure despair. Oh, okay. Well then, maybe she's working with the party for her own ends. That gives me a few ideas. Just give me a little time, and I'm sure I can write something. Mark my words, this will not end well. Never play with an evil character. I played Pathfinder with a lawful evil character, thank you. I won. I also took control of the entire country. And made out with an evil entity, but who cares? Right now, if not, you can write it at your desk in Elise's room. Write the story! We will have evil psychic character! Okay, Baphomet is playing a Hellion, an evil race of demons. I'm sure she doesn't want to actually play against the other characters, though. I bet she's really just looking to make friends. No, she wants to play against us. I'm sure Baphomet's really nice, actually really nice, once you get past her whole deal. Maybe Baphomet's character isn't like the other Hellions. Maybe she's different somehow. That will enrage her. No chance of that one. Wants to rebel against the other demons by being peaceful. Yeah, that makes it a lot more easier to hook her in with the other players. There should be a really big threat, so they'll all force to work together. Maybe a scary villain that Baphomet would think is cool. I wonder what Baphomet would think was cool. Maybe I can at least think of a dark and mysterious name. Let's start with a cool but creepy name. I'll build a villain from there. The Midnight Dragon. Spider Beyond. The Haunted Rose. I mean, perfect. She can join forces with the Heroes Concourse herself, but I guess I still need a way to get her to get with the party in the first place. Maybe she heard rumors how strong the party is and she decides to test them. That's a very demon thing to do. And a very evil character thing to do. It would be really cool. Yay. My first evil adventure. I'm the bad guy. Oh, it is actually rather thrilling to be the villains. It's strange, but villain characters have such a unique playstyle. Why? Because they have to do things from a completely different point of view. A hero makes the status quo. A villain changes. And that's the difference. For a hero, they only have to maintain the status quo, so they could just save the day and that's it. No need for maintenance, no need to keep things going, just change it. You know, reset the button, everything, go off, wait for the next crisis that tries to change it. A villain, however, when he does break status quo, he has to maintain what he has done. Sorry, I don't have time to talk right now. I have prepped for the next battle. I will. Curse of the Midnight Dragon. Time to bring out an evil character and show how to really do things. Needs 25 damage or defeat all enemies. Hecate. Stay alive. I like Hecate. I gotta do 25 damage? Nice. A lot of us have got ultimates. If not all of us. So, Baphomet, what's your character's name? I'm Hecate, daughter of darkness. Nice, see? Better design. Okay, well, Hecate, even though Hellions are usually evil, you're different. They've treated you like an outsider your whole life, so in response? Nope, Hecate's totally evil. Nope, in D&D you gotta work. You gotta go with the storyline given. You gotta go with things. Go with the plot. Okay, but we need you to work with the party, so... Let's say you've heard a rumour going around in the underworld. Hushed whispers about powerful heroes who beat the dreaded Fellwitch. You decide to test them, see if they could actually be a threat to you. You pose an ordinary civilian and hire a group of bandits to ambush you right as they arrive, to see what they're capable of. Are you sure you shouldn't just blast them? Your, Hellions are clever and scheming, right? You need to gauge how strong they are first. Just sorry. I am Taka. What? She's clearly a Hellion. They're evil race. My character's a paladin, devoted to stopping evil. I'll step in front of Edwards and I'll halt attack. Sir Paladin, she seems to be unarmed and is only passing by. We should not strike the first blow. She's evil though. Us heroes, we have a duty to... Yeah, see, you are trying to jump in and thing on the fact meta-knowledge. As you're having this discussion, the bandits attack. Deals 25 damage, or defeat all enemies. Hecate must stay alive. I have super kick now. Let's see. Magic armor, physical armor. She has magic armor. Nice. Dorklings. Hecate, I don't think is going to get this, to be perfectly honest. These too useful. There's only one guy with physical armor though, and that's him. These guys. I have a feeling that, yeah, Hecate is a magic type. So all her stuff is magic based, which counteracts these guys entirely. And against the druid, maybe he won't be the best option. You know what? He actually balances up nicer and has a better range. You don't have to defend me. I'm not helpless. I attack the bandits too. Like I'm gonna sit around when I could be causing bloodshed. Try to keep up, nerds. Yep. That's technically speaking, if you want to destroy a certain number, then she won't be able to get. She wouldn't be able to get a 25. So 4 for him. That's only 8 for these two. 11, 14, 17, 20, 23, 26. So long as it stands, 26. Now with this, blip. She can no longer hit 25 now. She can't hit 25, it's impossible. Because she does not have 25 option left. Ooh. Nice. Okay, that's a nice skill. That Hellburst is a very nice skill because it's an AoE. And hits everything. Wait, 4 points. But again, she cannot get 25 because there are not 25 people left on enough points left on the field. Two damage done. Ouch. And ambushed, which is not helpful. Okay. Okay, I can deal. Him can be dealt with. Yeah, take a little rearranging, but I can get this. Donk. Closest, but he won't be able to reach in his turn. Least health is fine from. Hold on. 1, 2. Yeah, he can't line himself up. Or probably anyway. And chain attack, so blip. Closes, and because she can't do Vengeful, she has a revenge trick, which is nice. He's still locked on the lowest, and he's still locked on the closest. Come on, come get me. That sets me up for beautifully for him. Yeah, he's strong against physical, but no, not so much against his magical attacks. Hecate can't deal enough damage to get the thing. Bonk. I guarantee that Hecate could not get 25 damage. By quite literally removing everything. Yep. Hecate did not deal the damage. I took 8 damage from that one. That was stupendous, but I didn't get to that one, which was sad. She took damage. Lots of it. It seems these heroes are just as you've heard, stalwart companions dedicated to the service of good. They tell you of their current mission. They are en route to destroy the dark forces of your own arch-nemesis, the Midnight Dragon. You've acquitted yourself well, traveller. Would you like to join us on our quest? We could use some of your talents. Yeah, I don't know what this dragon thing is, but it sounds like pretty dark. So, Hecate, the Midnight Dragon is your sworn enemy. This is a chance to show you're more powerful than she could ever hope to be. Do you join the party's crusade? Nah, I pass. You nerds are too boring. I'm done here. Not for long you won't be. Apparently I needed some sanctioned activity waiver from a school club to get out of wearing this uniform. I spent an hour participating in this club to get one. So now I'm gone. See you, Flegians losers. Hey, wait! I've never heard about any kind of waiver. So, she was just using us after all. That's what we got for trusting her. Like player, like character, I guess. Evil characters always end up trying to kill the rest of the party in their sleep. And Hellions are pure evil. I mean, not just people who do bad things. They were made by an evil god. Yeah, but what? Like, even evil anyway? Like, evil is... Oh, sorry, I'm gonna reread this now. Yeah, but what? Like, even is evil anyway? Is your warrior evil for killing rabbits to eat? Or like, if a guy steals a loaf of bread of some kind, does that make him evil? Damn, I've altered his voice entirely. To that, I refer you to the 12 pages of the player's guidebook, laying out a clear and unambiguous definition of evil. Intriguing. Baphomet has some strong opinions on that interpretation when I brought it up. She posited that if those definitions were written to limit humanity after... written to limit humanity after the shadow war between the heaven and the true underworld. It's too bad we never got to see whether Hecate could find the missing Nephilim and restore balance to the demon realm. Wait, what? Indeed, when she was explaining her ethos to me earlier, Baphomet shared her bold and detailed narrative regarding demonological matters. She is very passionate about it. A story of heaven and hells, of forbidden loves and secret wars, and the lone brave demon who could set it all right. That's why I suggested she play CNC. Her dedication to storytelling quite reminded me of you, Alicia. So, secret revealed. She's actually a story writer. But then, why did she leave? That I do not know. Perhaps we disappointed her. I hope my writing didn't disappoint her. I really thought it would help. Oh no, maybe I accidentally upset her. I should really go find her. Seriously? Why? She didn't want to play with us. Isn't it best for everyone if she just leaves? Dude, she has an AoE blast attack and she deals more damage if she gets hurt. And quite frankly, I think the Animal Identification Club would freak out if Baphomet suddenly appeared in the field. It's like, you guys are just like gaining people as you walk along. But then why was she here in the first place? I have to at least try to find out what went wrong. Just go up and left, I need to find her and figure out what's going on. Find Baphomet. So, Demon Summoning Circle. Gotcha. So there's not in the classrooms. What? Well, she told a bold-faced lie, because she said, oh, well, I needed the, thing to get out of a note. Like, no, you don't. Hey, Baphomet, it seems like you were having kind of having fun. What happened? I told you, nerds are boring. I mean, a bandit attack? The Midnight Dragon? Really? I had all kinds of kill ideas for Hecate. Your stuff is lame. Oh! You think it's lame? Can I ask why? Ugh, don't take it personally. You can't please everyone, and you shouldn't give a beep what I think. But I wrote the story for you, to show what I think is special about CNC. Can I ask you about your ideas for Hecate? I'd love to hear them. Why bother? So you can have a cheerful new addition to your little team of misfits? Yeah, right. You say what you want to hear, my ideas, but you don't care about me. You just want to make me into someone I'm not. Oh, okay. You're scared. What? Yeah, you don't think you can cut it with our CNC group. You're intimidated because we beat you in the snowball tournament. Don't fly yourself. If those dorks in hats weren't actively getting in my way, I would have torn you to shreds. Ah, I see. Ha. I see you. Trying to play it all cool. I bet if you come back for one more session, I can convince you to stay. I dare you. Do you have a death wish? I am Baphomet. That's not an answer. I'm still daring you. Ugh, this is dumb. Okay, fine. One more chance. If only see how you goody two-shoes underdog act to respond to real darkness. Great. This time, I'm going to write something that really works for you. Will you help me? Fine, I guess you'll need it. Rewrite it! We will have Baphomet, and we shall give stuff. I love how there's more brilliant mood music now. Okay, so I want our campaign to be able to help you tell your story. Instead of frustrating you, what can I do to help you feel more involved? Well, for one thing, you tried forcing some tragic past on Hecate, when she already has her own beep. She's the daughter of King Arcadius, the Lord of Hellions. Hecate doesn't agree with her father's policies on Nephilim. She's dedicated to overthrowing him. And that's the conflict she cares about, not some goofy villain like the one you've made up. Maybe we tie a Midnight Dragon into Arcada somehow. Really? What would the Midnight Dragon have to do with the King of the Hellions? Didn't you already say she was one person? Yeah, but I don't mind changing that. We can say that the cult is named after her. She's the leader. Well, that works. Yeah, that would actually work. It's like, okay, rewrite time. Midnight Dragon's the person, leader, but she's also the head of the cult. And if the cult and demons love having cults working for them. Tell me something, though. If you want to tell Hector's story, why should I play your little game instead of just writing it on my own? Well, CNC is a great way of putting you in situations you wouldn't have thought of yourself. It's a lot easier to think of ideas when you can bounce them off other people. From what I found. Huh, well, okay then. Tell about this great challenge you've got in store for Hecate. Well, getting along with humans is challenging. For a demon, that's a big thing. Gets all her powers taken away. And that actually would be a big thing for a demon, a great challenge. For in their case, they've got to get her powers back and push up. To try and, if you want to take on your father, what would be more greater challenge than losing your powers? And having to work from the ground up? Okay, well, if that doesn't work, what sort of great challenge were you thinking? Let's follow the next session. How does the situation with the Midnight Dragon end up? There's at least some beep fight that they get into, right? Well, if the Demon King's trying to get into this world... go out with some style with some real beep! Like maybe set fire to skyhouse to ascend the world to bring a new age of darkness or something. But, what if you want to come back? Have some kind of hook for your character to continue working with continue on with the team? That's optimistic of you. Well, just in case, Jane said something about your character and the Nephilim. Yeah, Nephilim are half celestial, half demon. Hecate is a Nephilim, but her father's trying to destroy them all. There's clearly some kind of dark secret about her past that her father isn't telling her. Well, so Hecate's on a journey to uncover her past while staying one step ahead of her father. Diablo 3! Okay, let me think. Well, better. Okay. Great, I'm looking forward to playing with you. I hope it's what you're looking for. I guess we'll see. Well, yeah. Rewrite a story. Okay, cult thing. I did strike out a little bit on the take away the powers thing, but that, again, if you're going for a challenge for a hero, so losing their powers and have to work their way up from the ground up again. Or, like she said, Hellion could just find working with humans thing. Where is this thing anyway? Embracing evil. In the annex. What's the annex? Admin building. No? Quad. Oh, that's got the annex on the other side. Okay. The annex and cave. I only want to get this thing with Baphomet done. Make her join my crew. Not just because I really want a demon. I want a demon! I know she's Nephilim and she's half celestial, but still. The Gates of Hell. Upgrade for Hecate. Places fire tiles. Nice. Band players. Oh, he can't play. He's a paladin. So, Elwood, you have the highest religious law stat. Roll to see if you recognize Hecate. I got a 14. Excellent. You recognize that Hecate is none other than the daughter of King Arcanius, the Lord of the Hellions. My father leading the underworld into destruction and betraying the Nephilim. I will supplant his rule. You pitiful mortals had best not get in my way. Whoa, she's doing a character voice. I wasn't expecting that. Oh, I could do a character voice. Wait, what? Yeah, I could do a character voice. I'm just going to set this up. Yeah, I can't be bothered. Yeah, what a surprise. Someone putting effort into a character instead of just playing a generic goody-goody knight. King Arcanius is the source of many of the darkest evil beings that make their way into the realm from the fringes of reality. This coup could be a rare opportunity to strike against him and make this realm safer. So we're still doing the Midnight Dragon thing, or... Yes, with Hecate's information you learn that the Midnight Dragon isn't actually a single person, but an evil cult dedicated to worshipping her father. Well, you described her before, Oh, sorry, wrong voice. Well, you described her before, she really sounded like one person, though. Well, she was leading a cult. The cult was named after her. My father's minions are been secretly trying to get a foothold onto this plane. A portal stands ready, nearly completed, to bring his forces to this world. Hold on, hold it. This makes no sense within CNC cosmology. Alicia, it's like you never read the Athenian Realms Compendium. King Arcanius can't have a daughter because Hellions can't reproduce. They're just spontaneously created from hellfire. Besides, it's well known that Hellions hate humans and would immediately kill any person who tried to seek power from them. Not exactly a great bias for cult. It really doesn't hold up when you Perhaps we can be of assistance to you, Helion. Just overrule him. You may not like some of us, but the battle ahead of you requires our help, probably. Maybe even the insects like yourselves might assist me, but slow me down, I will feed you this eve on your hearts roasted with absinthe and sage. Excellent. The party makes their way towards the portal that Hecate mentioned. I don't join. What? Eowald wouldn't work with Helion, full stop. He's a paladin. I won't betray his character. He's going to sit this one out. Have fun getting killed in your sleep. But... oh, don't mind me, go ahead. Work with a hellspawn who doesn't even want to be here. Colin's being a bit of a jerk. I mean, even I ain't got guy people I don't like, but I'll still work with them. I didn't mean to... I eagerly anticipated news of what awaits us at this portal. Right, the gates are guarded by members of the Midnight Dragon Cult, awaiting their leader. They are surrounded by necromantic energy sucked from the undead to preserve their unnatural lives. They know Hecate is likely to appear here, and are hoping to take her out before she sabotages their dark work at the portal. You must fight your way through them to reach the final battlefield. Get 'em! So, still again, Hecate deals 20 damage, or defeat all enemies. Nobody has just for these two for the physical. I think she's required. I'm gonna take you out and put you in this time. You are the best used for taking out these guys. I trust your precious heroes won't find it too evil to manipulate a few walking corpses. Nah, we do skeletons all the time. There ain't mosquitoes around here. Good, then I'll show you how enjoyable destruction can be. She has a new attack. Soul Vortex. I like the fact she gets vengeance, so if she takes damage, she gets more powerful. And that's a pretty high power thing. So, what's the range of your this attack? Oh wow, it's always centered around her. I mean, she could just blitz these guys in one shot. It's 12 points already. Oh well, man, it's cool. It's gonna destroy this guy here. Boop. Oh, excellent. If I just target the ground in front, I can get the squares. Again, she can only... It's only like deny her 8 points. I can do. So those guys are going to come after me. Pathetic bite attack. Ouch. He's toast. I was hoping to use it next turn. I should have left that side alone and just come here. So now I'm going to have to do these and do some damage. Well, he'll do Vengeance next turn and do the damage, that's fine. I can tie that spot there in the middle and zap all three at once. Though annoyingly, they are slightly too far apart. Okay, we'll just end turn. Yep, to get the move in, they have to move closer. Yep, beam. Darn, it won't take him. Now she's done the damage, so she will kill those two. This whole thing is not far enough. You're gonna do is zap. Bramble attack! One damage for brambles. I'm annoyed that I lost the dude. Now we're technically doing chip damage here, but we needed. I could have done that without losing anybody. Yeah. And, wow. Devil's Cloak. So, yep, I could have taken the less damage and got the thing. Let's see, Hecate. That last attack was really effective. But now you need to roll to save you versus poison from the guards remaining exploding. Guards remain exploding. 5. Is that enough? Yikes, no! The poison takes hold and you feel your life force drain fast. What do? I hold it off through sheer force of will. I mean, that's what the roll was for. You already failed, so I use my second ability to anchor her life force in her body, keeping her from slipping away. Unfortunately, her psychic abilities don't. Oh, they do work that way. But not on Hellions, it turns out. Sure would be useful if the party had someone around who was able to purify out poisons. Oh, you speak of our paladin who has forsworn his duty. Oh, guilt trip his ass. Even as the Hecate lies there, a hideous evil aura begins to consolidate in the portal. The force of King Arcanius sensed Hecate's presence and moved to eradicate her. Without Hecate's power, the whole party would be doomed. Rogi, Angia, everyone. Sure would be useful if there was a character here dedicated to fighting the forces of darkness. Ugh, fine. I hasten to the battlefield unwilling to let my comrades suffer without me. No matter who they chose to ally with. And you purify Hecate's poison status? Yes, I purify Hecate's poison status. She wakes just in time as the remainder of the Midnight Dragons arrive on the battlefield, accompanied by their fearsome leader. The ground begins to shake and the portals glow ominously. You must defeat the summoners at each nexus point before they finish opening it. Prepare for battle. Oh, talk about a pull of a case of you will join us. If we're preparing for battle, does that mean I have time to go take this next? Sure, maybe I'll use this break. I hate to cut this next battle short. Wow, it's a free start, free turner. Enter the rift, and we get Hell Bursts. Gives plus 2 attack points if she. Can I actually get your sheet now? No, I cannot. If she is surrounded by 3+ enemies, I must admit she is very handy in the close. Will be very handy in some of those cluster fights I've had in the Master thing, where they like ganged up, because she hits everyone around her. Rah. This time, don't lose anybody. Demonox, improve your tactics skills. The horde surrounds you. Time for the final battle. I don't expect any gratitude from healing you, demon. I am simply trying to aid my friends. Oh, how sweet. Well, your friends are about to get eviscerated by Hellspawn, so you might not want to scorn my help right now. Yay, does that mean we can actually have him now? We can! In Berserker mode. The Anarchist, the Tactician, Motivator, and Mr. Rider, and Hellion. Ooh, what to put in the party though? Let's see what we've got. No armor, no armor, no armor. Magic armor, magic armor. Yeah, she's nice, but he is way too useful. Especially in this fight. Where you need to deal with people who can... But then again, if I use the Motivator here, I can help make him vulnerable to magic, and she can blap him. End of the battle. Will it be enough case of deal 20 damage? Nope, straight up kill everybody. Hold on. You do your motivate thing. Perseverance. Plus 1 damage attacks. So what? That will not help you. You're not seen with my attackers. It's a basic and simple thing, is it not? You just block the person in front of you. No, I'll use power to go blop and hit people with multiple locations. Did that. Keep attacking. Sadly, I can't move again. Which is sad, but it was worth it to get that guy. Soul Vortex has a much bigger area of effect. I can only get 3 of them at once, though. Soul Vortex! Oh! Great addition to the characters. My roster. Sadly, you can't hit anybody, you don't have range. That's what I swapped out for. But, if she didn't... Unfortunately, had a magic thing, so... Yeah, he only does 1 damage for that. Thanks to Days, did absolutely nothing. Let's see if I get to... I can do Perseverance twice. Sadly, if he moves, he can't... He hasn't got the thing to smack 2 people. And his magic armor cancels out his attack capabilities. He does magic attacks. I'm gonna take 3 damage. Do movement. I can't do his movement, unfortunately. Without a way to cancel out his magic, that's a little annoying. Perseverance would give him more damage, which would just get past his armor. But it'd still do 1 damage. What's the range of this thing anyway? So he couldn't do 2 shots anyway. Now if you to attack closest, so he has to just jump here. This might just, yeah, she's now closest, so that might just help out, because he'll target her rather than him. And he can stop her from... Well, he's going to taunt him anyway, so... Blah. Right. Maybe Rogi would have been a better option. Attack. She has magical armor though, so she'll deflect. Minimum damage. Wizard Flame. And annoyingly hits like that. It's a magic attack. Ow, ow, ow! It would be nice if I could use her thing right now. So apart from him, oh, no movement. That would nail everybody but him. It's the one person I can't get reach as well. Ooh. Magic in fire. If I had more movement, I could get there. Need that. Or this. Or my magic lady. Which would be very useful right now. Boom. Longer than fire. That's fine, but we can't do anything in this turn. More likely the enemy's going to move over and go blah 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 on both of them. He did as well. Revenge strike! I still lost one player. Because that guy got me with a thing, so I got really bad. Outstanding! What are these things used for anyway? Loner's Edge. You have defeated the Dark Army. As the final enemy draws its last putrid breath, I smashed crystals on the gate, closing it forever. Nice. Oh, nice, dude. More of my father's plans foiled. Soon there will be nowhere for him to escape to. You have indeed foiled the plans of King Canis, at least this time. So does that mean we're going to run into demons from now on? I mean, if Colin says it's okay. Now that we're at a high enough level, I was going to run the Firestone Keep module. Now I should have plenty of demons for you. How strange, it seems that one of your cult members uttered a name with an undying breath. With which I am tragically familiar. It seems that your enemies may have some knowledge of someone close to me. Does that mean you've traveled with us? For now. Excellent, we will be honored to have your strength for supporting us. Yeah, join the team. I want to see what sort of weird stuff you do. Just so you know, I'm still going to keep an eye on you to make sure you don't murder us in our sleep. But I want to be a good leader, not some dictator. So if everyone else wants you to join, I'll let you join. Wise decision. You have yet to see the true power which I am capable. And I am incredibly good at writing my own backstory. What really? Yes, I'm an incredibly good writer. Don't tell anyone I'm actually part of the book club, and I don't want anyone to know. Well, that was fun. I think your character really is interesting, Baphomet. Indeed, perhaps I too should consider an evil character. Absolutely not. Vetoed. One evil character per campaign is plenty. I should be a perfect dramatic foil for my goodness. I look forward to it, and investigating with you is our real-world mystery. Welcome to our team. Baphomet unlocked. Class Hellion. Sure, I'll stick around for now. Let's not make this some kind of feeling moment, okay? I have a demon in my party! My life is complete! What weird stuff can I do with your character? Plenty. A moment she has immediately... What the hell is this? Devourer. Power of Devour Souls deal +2 damage to enemies at full health. Okay. Devourer attack. And once you can get immediately, Soul Vortex deals 1 extra damage. 1 damage. Or +1 damage. That's handy because it's a free type, so +1 with a Vengeance would give it make it +6. Make it do 6 damage, which would punch right through most guys' magic defense. Nice. Hellburn places fire tiles. So, yep, so now I set fire to everything around me. It'd be nice if you were immune to fire. You're actually a Hellion. And if anyone's nearby, I can hit with enough people are nearby, and that would be a good case of her. Good case with her. So you want to really, if you actually want to make her better, you want to give her a physical armor buff. So that she draws people in with her armor. Someone combine him and her together to make like a demonic general. And yeah, the Soul Vortex now deals 5 damage. Thanks to Banshee. Yep, sorry, 3 damage. Not bad. But with Vengeance, 6. And we're immediately going to look at your challenge. Devour Soul. Gain power word Devour Soul, a limited ability that deals physical damage and gives +5 tech points if it KOs with part of it. Okay. They've got physical armor but no magic armor, and she now has a boost to her skill. I just want to make the Hellion better. I just want to set the world on fire. So deal 25 damage with her, or at least make sure she stays alive. Oh no, that's conditioned. Both of them, she's got to deal that much damage. Definitely want her then, because I want combo thing with her. Definitely, I think Oswald is still a good character. I can daze him and reduce these guys. But I gotta deal at least 25 damage. 3, 4, 4. Well, there's 4 here. That's nearly. Well, the squad here should be able to get the 25. Therefore, him. We've got 8. Get her magic weakness. Weak to magic, and then hit with that, and they will blitz them. Also persevere. Persevere. Oh, cool. Movement. Closest, he'll run to there, but he can't reach him. He can though. KOs, gets another attack. See, I can do 2 power words each turn with her, because she can do my power thing twice. So I can KO and then attack again. In fire. I was on fire. Oh, that's fine for her, because she's got magic resistance 1, so the fire doesn't do anything to her. She is literally immune to it. Now, what about the other guys? Banshee. And I'm alright 21 out of 25. You deal physical damage 3. If I move back for him, I get him. I can move back here for both and pull them in. Oh, actually no, undo that. So I can pull here. And thanks to this, I can make it so they do no damage. Because he can't move far enough forward to get me. And physical damage will not get past my armor. No HP reduction, because I'm fireproof. Fire is magic damage. Yep, they lose 2, -1 for that, no damage. Get in the fire. I only do 2 damage. Ooh, there's 4 because of ambush. But he gets a hurt this turn, so. Also, you hurt me, so here's my nuke attack. Goodbye. Blip. Stage complete. Wow, I only have to deal 25 damage. I obliterated them by making certain she had 2 turns. Hey, so I now have an upgrade. Devour. So if she KO'd, with that combination, she would KO and immediately gain... Wow, she would gain a lot of points. So let's see. Devour... Nope, it's about this train. That would lose 1 thing for Soul Vortex. And that's a limited power, that's an upgrade, limited abilities thing. Hellburst was pretty fun. Devour. Finisher. Now I see, physical attack. So that's not a bad trick, to be honest. If they've got only a small amount of health left, you could technically use that to snag. Devour Soul. So this would give it +2 damage to enemies at full health. So that means so long as they've not got physical armor, she could one-shot the little guys. Or anyone who's not resistant to who has magic armor. Yeah, that's useful, but again, this also sounds fun because this makes her very dangerous to be around, but at the same time it's bad for the other characters because they get damaged. They don't have magic armor. Put that on for this for now. It won't be specialised for a bit, but what's her ultimate then? Her mastery, the Nephilim Cataclysm. Two damage, burst everything within 4 tiles, magical weakness, lose 1 magic armor, physical weakness, lose 1 physical armor. Ouch. That could do the damage. That could do the deal. If they get physically weakened and magically weakened, combine that with fire. There's 2 side quests here, so I can unlock more stuff for her. Okay, who's... No, not you. Not you. Who has any side quest? No. Baphomet has side quest. Alright, what's your thing? Ah, that's how you end an album. Ah, that's how you end an album. Baphomet's tape is over. This might be a good chance to really talk to her. Hey Baphomet, I want to talk about music. What kind of music? What kind do you like? Music is really special to you, right? Why do you like that one band so much? Sweetie and the Banshees? The only way to understand it is to listen. Here, track 1, Spellbound. I'll wait. That was pretty good.
Pretty good. When you take a breath and the air doesn't turn into venomous living thorns is pretty good.
Is it pretty good? Yeah. I didn't expect you to get it. What kind of music do you usually like? Soft soul. I don't know. When I was on the radio, I don't listen to music very often. Seriously? Who doesn't listen to music? There must be something out there you'd like. Joey from the old New Wave Club wouldn't stop recommending music to people. If you asked him to find you something, it'd probably be the best thing that ever happened to him. Maybe I will. Thanks, Baphomet. Yo, Joey. You Joey? You're not Joey. Where's Joey? I don't know. Joey! Yeah, Joey. Yeah, Joey. Where is Joey? Well, that's the other two members, so... one of them's gonna be Joey. Joey? Ah, Joey. Hey Joey, Baphomet said you're the best person to ask for a music recommendation. Really? That's amazing, I'm so happy! I mean, cool, right on. Right, yo. First, let me ask you. You good with electronic tones, or does it have to be the real thing? I don't know what that means. I don't listen to music much. I don't know where to start. No problemo, you come to the right place, man. You know what, I'm gonna get this voice. I'll just ask you some simple questions, figure out what band's right for you. Okay, question 1. If you could have dinner with one shape, what shape would it be? A rhombus. Interesting. Question 2. A bird lands on a tree branch. The branch shakes almost imperceptibly. The bird shakes the snow from its feathers. What color is the bird? Rainbow. Alright, clue. Now, question for you. Why? Why is the bird? Nah, just in general. Why? Hell of a wizard, probably. Okay, that's what I needed. Give me something to calculate. You don't like music at all. You hold contradictions inside you, trapped between the incompatible worlds, like polka and reggae. But what if I told you polka and reggae could become one? Like Jamaica, go each other, and the band various orchestral rhythms merge and live in a single groove that could change your life. I guess that was pretty good. Trust me, I know about this stuff. Listen to it 30 or 40 more times, it'll grow on you. Run away! That was, certainly a lot of information. I can't believe how different these guys are from Batman. She must really love her music to have spent so much time with them. That definitely takes some strength. Deafening aura. Hellburst gives enemies -1 magical armor for 1 turn. Okay, that combined with... okay, that's definitely a thing now. Yeah, it does well. Yeah, I really want to try this one out first, but I think I might definitely give her this and this, because if they've got -1 Hellburst thing, the fire is just going to go ba-bump for 2 damage. It'll punch right through them. And it gives us 1+1 damage. Okay, that's one side quest done. So in the equipment sense, Becky in the annex. Apparently can give me no side quest. I think it'll be cool. A level to actually get one quest done. Also, demons are very honest. Something they will point out here. Demons are actually very honest. If you make a deal with them, they will give you exactly what you asked for. It might not be how you interpret it, or be what you originally wanted, or how you think you're going to get it, But it will be exactly what you asked for. You're Minzy, so you're in the next area. Do 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 do. Atto. Huh. Wow, I guess that explains the noise last night. I know Jane really thinks this thing is connected somehow, but
It's a spiral staircase.
I don't know. This sort of disaster is pretty far from the school. It's pretty on par for the school, to be honest.
It's a spiral staircase. That's not a normal cave.
Sinkholes do not form a perfectly sanctioned spiral. Oh hey, that's those girls from the school paper over there. Maybe they'll know something about what's going on. Nope, Becky.
Scary lady.
Oh, it's Septavia. She might know something about this sinkhole, but I'm sure she has more important things to talk to someone like me. Maybe I'll just go talk to the report girls instead.
Run away from Scary Girl.
One of you, Becky. One of you Beckys have a thing for me. Becky and Becky. Hey, you work for the school newspaper, right? That's right. Do you have any information about the strange sinkhole, or perhaps the strange graffiti that appeared outside the stadium? Actually, I was about to ask you that. Are you covering the story? Both of them. It's a heck of a news day, let me tell you. It's always dude, keep up with it. I don't want to give you a shish. On top of that, a ton of students are out sick today. Maybe there's some kind of epidemic. Oh, hey, do you think maybe they fell into the sinkhole? One straight at a time, Becky. No sane student would have set foot on that rink before or after it became a giant chasm. Besides, class attendance is down by 22%. I doubt 22% is the student body actually fell into the hole. Yeah, you're probably right. If that many kids were piled up in that hole, we'd be able to see them from up here. Man, it would be one award-winning photo, though. Huh. Well, thanks for your speculation. Now students are missing? I want to narrow down these mysteries, not add more to the pile. I shall let Jaina know. And now for Becky's giving me a quest. There's just no way to pull it off. Hey, maybe at least you can help. Help? With what? See, we've got to include a student interview in every paper. The problem is, they're usually boring and nobody wants to read them. We could just play it safe and interview a football player about how much he likes football. Again, this paper has standards. We need to interview a student our readership doesn't already know. A student with a true air of mystery and danger. We need to interview Baphomet. She's turned us down our interview request, of course. I heard she's never even been photographed. Alicia, you're friends with Baphomet, right? As much as anyone is. You know, I guess I am. I mean, I survived 4 hexes already. Fantastic! Could you please get it together on an exclusive? The souls of the student newspaper depend on it. Well, no promises, but I'll see what I can do. Talk to Baphomet. Please give us an exclusive for your thing. No one's even ever photographed you. They tried. The picture vanished. Whoa, who are you?
Ooh. We are those who have been wronged and cast aside.
What?
You are the enemy. You have tried to destroy us, but now we have the gatekeeper. Your reckoning will come sooner than you think. We are totally not the clone members you defeated.
What? A reckoning? What did I do? No, really, what did I do? Can't we talk about this? Huh? What the heck? Who even was that? I should probably tell the club about this. But first things first, Baphomet. No. She moved. Now she'll be back. I have respawned her. Along with everyone else for that matter. But most Baphomet. Hey, Baphomet, how's your day been? You want something? Spit it out. It's a student newspaper. Who wants something, I mean? Ugh, I already told them I don't want an interview. I hate fun facts. No one fun fact about me is fun. No one fact about me is fun. I don't want people to think they know me. If someone came up to me in the hallway and say, "Hey, I read your interview," I would decapitate them, and it would be all Becky's fault. But what if you get something out of it instead? You know, whenever a celebrity gets interviewed, it's because they're promoting something, like a book or a charity. What if you use the interview to do something that would help you? Like what? What if you use it to tell people about your stories, you know, about Hecate? Those aren't a product. I don't need to tell anyone about them, especially those at school. I know it's tough to show people you're writing, but you want to get out there someday, right? You could think this as practice. Look, it's kind of cool that you're so rah-rah about my characters and all, but no, I'm not going to pour out my soul for those nosy kids so everyone can gawk at my unfinished writing. I'm not convinced. Okay, music. You're just gonna keep clicking on me until you get this right? Yes, most likely. Yeah, let's promote that music tonight. Maybe make it popular. Oh, hell no. Why not? If you like it, think it's good, why don't you want other people to like it? Because they screw it up. You can't just dabble in goth. It's a lifestyle. They just make it into something commercial and meaningless. You sound kind of like Colin talking about CNC. So I'll say the same thing to you. I think goth music could help some people if they knew about it. You know, there's gonna be a time when they'll try and commercialize goth and a bunch of proposals are gonna go along. It's inevitable. So maybe if I told people what goth was really about, I could scare the posers off, and it also help these people you're talking about. They are goths but don't know it yet. So you'll do it? Yeah, sure. I'll give it a shot. Yay! Prepare to be freaked with curses and other things. I did it. Oh, Alicia, did you happen to bring Baphomet? Ah, Shimurata! What do we do? Don't worry, I'm a professional. I have a list of questions to get to know. You won't need those, just listen. You won't know what being a goth is about. It's not about how you dress or what music you're into. It's about being brave enough to face the dark chasm of despair at the heart of existence instead of distracting yourself with worthless beep. So if you're a goth, you'll know it. Don't even waste my beep time asking me. Wow, I'm sure our readers will find that fascinating. Sure, I'm done here. Wait, can I take a photograph for the article? No. But it's a chance to show readers what goth really means. That attitude you're talking about. Can make everything clear with a single look. Sure you can handle the despair? I'm a professional too. Do it! Look at the camera, I can handle it. Picture. Collapses. That look, I can feel it haunting me. Whatever, I'm out. Misquote me, and you know what will happen. That was amazing. It's like we got to interview the Loch Ness Monster. Thanks so much, Alicia. Would you mind passing on this on to Baphomet as a token of gratitude? True goth boots. Oh, that is, why is this now set up beautifully? Seriously, I want to try out this Devour word attack, but come on, seriously, we now just made the perfect thing for this. So you take that off, like, okay, 3-point thing, but you just put that and that. Now Hecate's, when she's done on the thing, and this creates fire fields around her, so when she's done on it, she can go gorilla and deals 1. Which means this triggers off. If you get to do the combination again, Dark Vortex triggers for 5 damage. Get poked once, Vengeance, 7 damage output. massive damage dealer. And I wanted to have the word of the Soul Devour skill. But they made it too darn good to go with her damage type. Make it DPS. I think they call him a Blood Barbarian. No. Actually, what's the class now anyway? Gotta check it, let me go to the room. Did another thing spawn in? Couldn't have done. No one had anything on. Gosh darn it. I just left there. I probably won't be able to complete it anyway, because it probably has to go through Scary Lady. Oh, darn it, I just literally got through doing the Baphomet stuff here. Now I'm gonna go back and do his stuff. Oh. Someone's tucking out of the bush. I think I recognize it. Oh no, is that a switchblade? It's labeled Jacob's knife. Keep out. I saw Jacob carrying something like that around, but I didn't know it was a switchblade. This is dangerous. What do I do? Okay, first I have to bring this back to Jacob. I have no idea how these things work, so I'll just be extra careful not to activate it.
Massacre.
Oh, cool, we found my Swiss Army knife. Never know when I have to go off grid. So, that's a good thing to have. Oh, it's a Swiss Army knife. Yeah, see? Here's a corkscrew and a magnifying glass. I don't really use a knife part. That's a relief. I thought it was a switchblade. To be honest, I was worried you felt threatened by Baphomet's knife. And there was going to be some knife arms race. Baphomet has a knife. Let's point that out. Baphomet has a knife. Nah. I feel threatened when she's never tried to talk to me. Live and let live, you know. Huh. I'm kind of surprised you've never talked. I thought you had a lot in common, since you're both kind of anti-authoritarian and punk. You know, you're right. Maybe I should try talking to Baphomet again. I don't know if you realize how much of punk cred I have. Does not end well. Baphomet slices him in half. Oh, hey, Baphomet, what's up? You're into punk, right? Like in Ramsey? The Ramones aren't punk. They just play 50s beach music and say the word punk a lot. Well, you know what was punk? When someone busted out those flat worms from the biology lab last year. That's right, it was me. So, just saying, I kinda get the vibe. You think I'm not serious about bringing down a man, so gotta say, I've done some real disruption around here. Have you now? Yep, that time when someone dressed up the mannequin and put on the roof and everyone thought it was a jumper, that was me. That time someone painted a Stalin mustache on the Wintermore statue in the quad, also me. All math classes because someone replaced all the read the paper with raspberry jam, yours truly. Wow, I'm so glad you're out there speaking truth to power. That must be why, after I got suspended for the way I dressed, no one ever looked at me funny or mentioned it ever again. It's all because of all this change you're causing. Whoa, you really think so? No, sarcasm.
No! Go away!
Hey! Oh god, run away! Arms raised, she's got my... I got a switchblade!
I have blades all over me.
Oh god, she does. Those are just pranks. You're not accomplishing anything. You really care about disrupting this beep school system?
Decide what you want to change and come up with a plan to make sense. Watch, I don't want to talk with you anymore. So see what I do to fix it.
Hey, I care about stuff. I believe in way more stuff than you do. Wait, is she right? Whatever. I do planning stuff all the time. It's Tactics Club. I mean, it's called Tactics Club. Plan stuff I'll buy out from the regular flea market. Buy this from the flea market. Hellion Gauntlet. Oh, Shadow Shove becomes Spirit Shove, a magic attack with extra range. Huh. Intriguing, no? It is now been shown that he is in fact possesses weird stuff. Urvaravu. Well, I got most goods. Does that conflict with anything? Class Anarchist. Specialization. Rogue gains 1+1 movement. On her enemies, so we've got Ambush. And -1 physical armor. Respectable light clothes, 6 points when hitting enemy with negative state effects. And now comes magic attack with extra range, which will give me the Tricksters. So this will be getting the magical, become the you know what? I think I actually want to keep him as a physical, because if we make too many people magical, it'll mess us up for dealing with magic armor guys. Well, time to go talk to Colin. We've discovered stuff. Colin! Weird freaky robe guy appeared and said hi. And then... Oh right, I almost forgot. I found something really weird. Aha! Your invitation proved fruitful. Not exactly. Well, it's hard to say. I didn't find anything interesting at the lake sinkhole, but I was looking around the campus and this really weird person confronted me all of a sudden. So when I scary mask, I'm not sure what they were doing, but they talked about the gatekeeper. It sounds like they must be the one who stole the figurine. Mysterious, the plot thickens. They didn't try to threaten you or anything, did they? They said reckoning. They did say something about a reckoning. I don't know if it was a threat or not, but it definitely wasn't friendly. Why not? I shall add this to our dossier. I can feel all these clues are connected. As we triumph in the next battles, we'll be able to deduce how. And that, I believe, just literally locked out, finished that lot. I mean, we could try for her mastery challenge, which would get us the ultimate power, and that would give us absolute number of... No, we'll give it a shot. We'll see if we can gain one more power and get a big buff bonus for this sort of stuff. And it would give me all the options. Right up until a new guy comes along and we have to do it all over again. Defeat the Draquini. One Draquini, Elite Alpha, and Liamon Champion. That you? As Draquini? Right, so destroy the 3 bosses. Ooh, Magic Attack 2. Definitely want to send you over here because you can pull for his armor. And again, these guys are all magic armor up here, which would make you the perfect counter over here. Damn, you are good in 2 locations. They all do magic attacks though, but I can probably keep a turn on that way, and she's a requirement. Hi, let's set you all on fire. And now her attack, because she's in setting fire, she all her stuff is now going to get really, really dangerous because she now does more damage. a magic attack, so we wouldn't kill him, but... I think you guys should all fight each other, you know? For fun. Thanks, I knew you want to do it for me. Yay! So we managed to get them to all fight each other. That's fine, you're confused. You won't do much damage though, but one of you's going to do a lot of damage. Oop. None of them are taking damage because they've stood in the fire. So deal 3 for that. 1 for his. Ow. But on the plus side, they do no damage because, well, I took away all the physical they might. Well, I deal more damage because I'm in fire. Really, I deal more damage because I'm in fire and in brambles. Dum dum dum. Dum 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 dum. How long am I in fire? Darn, so it gets past the thing, but if I move here, what's the current damage output? 2 to 3. At current rating, deals damage 2. But I take vengeance, so I should get more damage. I'm now in fire, so I do a lot more damage. It would be nice if I had to. Can I get you a dedication? Oh no, I can't! Shame that we've been perfect thing to you. Okay, so I've exhausted, still got lost health, so it's gonna go for him. Baphomet can't really take multiple hits, unfortunately. But oh. That's a voice bite though. Good chance Baphomet is going to take the hit. Thanks. Dum, 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 dum. Ow. Now I could really do with... What's the range of... So I could move technically to here... Yeah, I'll still get with that. But I can move here to get... Annoyingly that would get those two. Now this using the points and gets me this. So Persevere gets me that. That one will not kill. This one, on the other hand, does more than enough damage. This is the full power of Persevere's thing. So we get +2 from her Vengeance, +1 from that, +1 from that. So 5 from those modifiers, and then Perseverance jumps in with an extra point. So it gets 6. Goodbye! 6 or 7 damage. Keep attacking! Oh. Oh! I have to beat one of them? Damn! I thought I had to beat 3 of them. All 3. I gotta save myself some points there. I just literally gone for them. Yay! Now we have the occult Nephilim catalysts. Okay, definitely a good idea of getting her going down the damage path for her. Are you ready to fight the Animal Identification Club? Yes. We now learned they also do reconnaissance. And apparently only have 2 members. I don't think we're going to get one of these guys to part of our club members. Avery. There's now 6 of you guys. How much do you need in your club? Why do you fight so hard for it? We're fighting for our home. This club is our home. We all come from different places, but never really fit in. Tactical Club is the one place where we can be ourselves, and that's why we fight for it. Is that so? You think playing that game is what really makes you your true selves? Alicia, do you understand what it's like to be a snow leopard? When I say people I am, they laugh. Sometimes they shove their or hit me, but it's still true. Oh, that's right. I'm a flying fox. Animal Identification Club is the only way I can be a flying fox. In the club, I'll be lying to the world myself. This club is our identities. If you really want to challenge us, I'm warning you. We'll fight with for everything we are. Oh, so are we. And it's part of the campaign, so I have to win. Not really a choice, really. I've got to win. Oh, you guys are unique characters. Can I have you both in my team? I mean, you're a snow leopard. So, physical, armor, speed disperse, so magic attack. 2 damage to range. Well, for physical armor, Rogi has high thing. Hecate is very good against armored personnel, especially in fire, which removes their armor. In Janya's thing, however, that would be even better because her damage would increase dramatically. Now Anya has the thing that increases everyone's attack power. So you know what? Have her, because he's going to go up against him, be that he is a physical damage type. Magic is good against her though. And I just like having Hecate. From the Scouting Animal Club, you know how they've prepared against you. They will take 1 extra damage for the type of they are not strong against. Oh, you guys are really doomed then. I need 10 power. Let's see, what's your range? Range 1, ambush. Yep, range 0, so she can tackle to 1 square away from her. She'll move to there, and she's going after him because he's got the most health. I need to get him over here to fight her. He has a range of 2. So he will... Yeah, so he will move much closer. So it's all about baiting. He's targeting the person with the least health. She targets the most health. And I did hellfire myself. It won't work on me because I'm immune to fire damage, but who cares? Yes. I can't be hurt in this field. Yep. And he moved to there. You've just done the bad because I can't move close enough now. I've done a bad because I didn't know didn't do the turn set right. I'm going to give you inspired because your attacks now do more stuff. Magic attack. Physical attack. Does a lot of damage. Special aim, and it reduces their damage output. Hector's going to have to run around here though. That's fine. She's going after him anyway. There's 3 damage, but with the flank of his thing, she's going to do, yeah, he does 2 damage. So if I hit her with, use his points for Skull Bash this time, he's going to daze the pair of them and absolutely pulverize this poor dude. Who's down to 4 health already. That's because I put Hecate in the wrong place. -2, so deal with ambush, so it does the 3 damage, and -1 for his armor. Rambled. The encyclopedia may say that flying foxes are harmless herbivores, but I have a few tricks they don't know about. Ow. You can't magic bramble her. It doesn't... I'm just going to move her up there first. Can't keep rambling me. Because she gets more damage. And now to move slightly south. Bonk! Avery, I'm sorry. Duncan? Grrr, how could you? I'll end every last one of you on these claws. Brrr. Most health. She's going to come after her. Yes, come to the fire. Come to me, my child. She's in the safest location because she doesn't get hurt by flame. And she brambled herself. Yes, she doesn't have days anymore. I really want to do this though. Magic vulnerability. Yeah, it takes 1 damage less, which is taunted. Oh, I don't even get to use a special. Oh well. You need a third party member. Goodbye.
Burn.
Well fought, Tactics Club. There better be a character in your book that lets you have this thing. You show me who you really are. Well, we had a demon helping us, so I don't really think that's showing us who we really are. I haven't took more turn because I put Avery in the wrong spot. Hector in the wrong spot. What? No! How could we lose? Avery, what are we going to do? I don't know. You can't take the club away from us. We need it. It's okay. Everything will be okay, Duncan. Remember, we'll always know who we are in our hearts, right? Right. Oh, that's incredibly touching. Most like weird, but touching. I think you two will end up just fine. As long as you can follow the school dress code within 24 hours and stuff, calling yourselves animals, that makes your education seem to look bad. You're wrong. I'm a flying fox. You can't take that away from me, no matter what you say. We should go, Duncan. Come on. Shame, because they were unique characters. Meanwhile, Victory has once again been gone to the apparently unstoppable Tactics Club, who have now grown to 6 members. What have they been feeding you? It's working.
You know damn well we're forced to eat the same cafeteria rule of a club, old man.
Keep striving, dear students. You'll only have one more fight left. Also, your final match will be against the Student Council. They're going to be tough to beat. In retrospect, I bet you wish you'd voted some weenies instead of electing all the most powerful and talented students in the club. Anyway, good luck. I hope you are prepared to become the ultimate club.
The Student Council is next, huh? I guess one more club to defeat, then we can officially keep ours.
What will happen then? Will things really just go back to normal?
We can't worry about that yet. The Student Council is the most powerful opponent we could possibly face. We'll have to be ready for anything.
They have Scary Girl.
They have Scary Lady.
And apparently, according to the headmaster, the principal guy, we picked out the strongest people in the school. Why did we make a club for nothing but the strong people?
Well, well, well. Look who showed her face again.
She just keeps on destroying things, doesn't she?
Why are we still talking? Let's end her.
You're part of my club.
Oh, yeah.
Ah! Principal Enfield, you have to help me. They're trying to kill me. I'll help you. You're a liar and a thief. You deserve what's coming to you for you. Septavia, please. You're a coward and a failure. You do not exist to me. Really, sis? Colin, Jacob, I'm so glad you're here.
We can't help you get revenge.
Revenge? That's not what I want.
We need to help them before they hurt us.
Getting talking.
They're afraid of us. They hate us. They don't think we're human. The gatekeeper can protect us.
No. This is Enfield all over again. No, this isn't right. This isn't you. I have to wake up. I have to... Ah! Great, something else broke. Jeez, I feel awful. My heart is pounding really hard. I'm not gonna be able to get back to sleep now. Hey, wait a minute. Is that? That's Avery, leader of the club we defeated, isn't it? Why is she walking like that? Is she sleepwalking? Something's definitely wrong. I hope she's not planning to do anything weird since they lost. I should go make sure she's okay. Well, she's heading towards the quads. Evil cult! Evil cult! Evil cult! Statue thing taking over their bodies. That's why I want to find the ultimate club.
To the quads.
Avery's there. Oh, hey, that's the other kid from that club. Oh no. Did they live into an ambush? It doesn't look like much of an ambush. Nope, but Duncan's here. Is Duncan joining us? Hey, you're Duncan, right? From the Animal Identification Club. I just saw your friend Avery walk by here a little while ago. Sorry about, today. I hope you're both okay. You saw Avery? Oh, thank goodness. We were supposed to hang out tonight, but they never showed. I was really starting to get worried. Avery's never late. Which way did they go? I was just going to ask you that. They seemed like they were acting weird, kind of weird. Like they were sleepwalking or something. What? That sounds dangerous. What should we do? Will you help me find them? Okay, well, I saw Avery heading in this direction, so I guess let's check the annex. And don't find another hole. Bad hole. Hole bad. Stay away from hole. Huh? Wait a minute. Tape around the sinkhole is broken. That sinkhole is really scary in the dark. I hope Avery didn't fall somehow. Snow leopards are pretty graceful, but maybe not if they're sleepwalking. Oh no, no. What if something happened to Avery? We have to go in and find her. Check. What? Climb into a sinkhole? In the middle of the night? We could call that... What if they'd broken the link or something? What if they hit their head and get a concussion? Alright. We can climb down very slowly to make sure Avery's okay.
2 ? Follow the question mark. Please follow the question mark. Thank you.
It's pitch black in here. Maybe coming here without a flashlight wasn't the smartest idea. Cell phones haven't been invented yet. At least not when they even torches.
Colt!
Ah! What was... Avery's not here. Let's get out of here.
Run away!
What the heck? What was that? Am I still dreaming? If you are, then so am I. What should I do now? I'm going back to my dorm. No way I'm going down there again unless it's broad daylight with a bunch of friends. Yeah, maybe you're right. We should come back tomorrow. I bet Avery's warned someone else. Some of us gotta be careful even in the sleep. Alright, I guess I'll let you know if I find anything else out about Avery.
Get some friends. Get an army.
Save your game with Identity Crisis. Oh, we are coming to the end of the stream. And the music just kicked up.
Chapter 6. There's no way you can defeat an entire football team. Alright, everyone, attack!
She sauce-like them!
You are already defeated.
Nani?
Introducing the Student Council, the Watcher, the Silent Muscles, Walking Death Killer.
Armando. The Tactics Club is next, yes? They shouldn't be a problem.
We must not become overconfident. The school needs us to protect it. We cannot lose. We are walking destruction. And they are our prey.
It's through here. See where the tape is broken?
Where's everybody? Shouldn't there be like some stooge calling this place a health hazard there now?
Astute. The campus does appear to be mysteriously empty. Oh, good you're here. Oh, what about I'd have to wait around this place alone? Oh, hey. Everyone, this is Duncan. He's the one who found this place with me last night.
Oh yeah, that brat, the bat kid. I wish I had your dedication to freaking people out. Your whole thing was hilarious, dude.
It's, not. Excellent. Then let us venture forth into the lair of mysterious adversaries. We have Baphomet, she's like covered in spiky things. Baphomet is literally covered in sharp objects.
Whoa, this place is cool. This would be a great place to chill out or escape. Chill out or plan coups or both. This is where you saw the mysterious figures? Yeah, they were everywhere. And they were like staring at us. Ooh. They were there for just a second, then they disappeared. If both of you saw it, you might not be insane. Well, then we must investigate. Come, plucky heroes and Baphomet. Yep, there's a lot of everything. It's one of those masks they were wearing. It looks like there's something inscribed in it. I announce thy identity to become reborn. A clue! We should take that to Scarlet. See what she makes of it. Sounds good, but where is she these days anyway? I feel like I haven't seen her in a while. These were all lit up last night. It looks like they weren't the only thing burning. What are all these ashes from? This looks like some kind of leather straps. Ah yes, I've heard what these are for. See this ring? It's the remain of a horse bridle. Could the Earth Crushing Club be connected to this mystery? And why would someone destroy their horse equipment? I give up my identity. It says enemies are everywhere, only he can protect us. That's creepy. I guess we know who spray painted the sigil earlier. This is high quality paint too. The evil cult must have some powerful connections. No, it doesn't. It's a big rock. I'd have to be at least a Titan class strength score to move it. No torch chambers, no blood sacrifices. Disappointing. You really tore this place up. Leave the cave. Flee the cave. It seems like that's everything in here that's fine. I guess we can head back now. Yay! Escape dark scary place. Thank you. This mask must be some kind of clue to what's going on, right? Indeed, a mask is a way of hiding one's true identity, which means that this mask must have clues about its owner's true identity. I will fetch Scarlet so she can aid us with a psychometric clue finding. Alicia, when you're finished here, meet us in the library with that mask. Or this mask. Oh, hey, Alicia, can I talk to you for a second? Oh yeah, sure, what's up? I'd like to join your club. What? It's getting kind of scary out here, not to mention lonely, and without Avery I'm sort of not sure what I should do. When we fought your club, it seemed like all you had really was a special bond, and you're great warriors. I'd really like to try learning from you, please. Well, I could really use some friends right now. Sure. I'll see what I can do. Oh, really? Thank you. Thanks so much. I'll look for a rule book right now. I'll meet you in the club room. I need a Amphro book. I guess that means I'm going to need to write something for him. I don't even know what his character is. Dun, dun. I mean, less cheesy than that. Nice book. Party actually goes to find the spirit. It turns out that the spirit can't help them after all because I think it really helped get the point across. As soon as Duncan realizes what's actually going on, then he'll see that he has no choice but to step up himself. But I guess I have to give him something to step up to. What kind of conflict should I give him? Nature stuff. Maybe I can come up with something kind of nature-related problem for him to solve?
That's something he likes. A villain behind this, and that they can feel defeat throughout the story. Okay, yeah, that seems like there's a lot of promise. I guess I'll have a lot of details work out, but, well, I guess I'll just see what Duncan's got to do next. Make a Duncan Bathboy! Whee! You know what? Let's have a peek and see what his character actually is. Also, more and more people missing from the school. Like, lots of people missing. So Duncan's got a quest line. Main quest line in the Library of the Mask. Lots of side quests have appeared. And we still have to go to the stadium and... We'll hit Duncan up first. It'll probably take like 2-3 mission fights to actually unlock him. Well, this guy's at least not a demon. Probably a monster class, but not a demon. Hey, Colin? Oh, what is up? Bring more companions. Are you ready to continue the campaign? I have the perfect way to help us practice for our final fight. See, the Student Council is almost eerily similar to the one of this one demonic organization, so... Well, actually... oh, there you are. Colin, meet Duncan. No, not again. Alicia, can I talk with you for a moment? Sure. Stop recruiting people from other clubs. No, this is where I draw the line. The club has already gotten too big for a reasonable CNC party. And if you haven't noticed, most of the new kids don't care about tactics and just do whatever they want. And now, when the future club relies on us figuring out how to work together, you bring one of those animal freak shows. He needs help. I thought CNC could. I'm not having it. I can't let our club be destroyed. What if I use my coin? What? My wishing coin, the one you gave me for Christmas. I'm using it on this. That coin was meant to be used in game, and you know it. It is in game. I wish that Duncan could have a character in our world. We can even keep doing the campaign you were going to have us play anyway. We don't have to do the thing I wrote. I just want him to feel included. Ugh. You... Fine. I won't go back on my word. Guys, how's it going? Sorry, Duncan, you got us at a stressful time. Alright, you're in, as long as you can make this seriously. Oh, great. Don't worry. I'll take this just as seriously as Animal Identification Club. Okay. Hexamorph's Trap. I just want to see what his character is. I'll probably use Hecate to destroy everybody. He's very good at that. Okay, what character class do you want to be? Well, I'm a flying fox. It's the largest and coolest type of bat. Animals don't have a high enough sentience stat to be a player characters. A bat-themed skinwalker? They're shapeshifters who can turn into half-animal forms. As long as I can be a flying fox, it's alright by me. Okay, so a bat-totem skinwalker. That comes with the blood drinker ability, which... Oh, flying foxes don't drink blood. We're fruit bats. Vegetarians, well, technically frugivores. Well, that's okay. We can come up with a sort of cool bat-themed power like strike waves from sonar. Well, actually, flying foxes don't use echolocation either. We're not predators, so we rely on strong sense of smell, eyesight, and hearing like most of mammals. Not helping. Hey, don't look at me. You're the one who wanted him on the team. Okay, so, what are flying foxes good at then? Oh, lots of things. We're huge, at least as far as bats go. And we're key pollinators, and seed dispersers of native plants due to a large flight range and high nutrition. I know. I'm not making poop flour.
Maybe you could take the Floromancy ability set. It lets you control plants.
Well, I suppose it's a fantasy game. Flying foxes are associated with agriculture in many mythologies.
Fine, at least it's not overpowered. Let's just keep going with the campaign. We have important fights coming up that we need to prepare for.
Plant fox.
Okay, having freshly closed the portal to Underworld, you have angered Hexamog, Duke of Dissonance, a high-ranking noble under the authority of the King Arcanius. He and his two underlings have hatched a plan to destroy you. And they're supposed to be the student council? You've got it. They've set up in the ruins of nearby keep, filled with crazed underlings on devious traps. Oh yeah, and I guess you all met this guy. What's your character's name?
How about Ypticorifteria?
Yeah, you're going Yin. You are not. I am not going to try and pronounce that name more than once. You could just call me Yin. Great, let's start the battle. We have Yin.
Okay, magic type, no armor, magic type. No armor, magic type. So, let's see, pie select. Well, I want to see what Yin's like, so... Against the magic types, he's gonna be awesome. Against people in general, she's awesome. And he has Plague Bite. Ooh. Well, you can't complain I'm doing this is happening because, well, only does 2 damage. Doesn't do the damage. He's not physical, that's the problem. I can obliterate him, but well, that's me anyway, so jump. And Hexy Hex. Well, this one reduce the damage. It won't hurt him, but it'll reduce the damage output on these guys. I'll take these two. They can't back up far anyway, so. And now Hex can run forward, because these guys are going after least health, which means him. So, just gonna fight everything. Woohoo! Because I work best when I'm in fire. He's going after me though. Thank you, you've made it a lot easier for me to attack you now. Super easy to kill you. Hello. Jump. They got -1 health. And she has +1 damage output in this place. I think I'll walk through the fire, so I lose damage output, but I'm getting close to this one. And if I can get to them before, yeah, I can get to them before he leaves, so he can literally run up and stomp him with it. Because they will be in the fire. She's going to attack her. This is fine, because that's going to mean hurt, hit. It's going to make her angry. Ooh, ouch. Well, we just gotta gain a ton of points. Ooh. What's blast radius of this? Oh, hell yeah.
Nephilim Cataclysm.
Ouch. His armor just went, well, bye-bye. Needs health. So is he not going to try him back in here to get her? Get her! You are toast. Can I get +1 damage? Told you I'd be using her most. She is way overpowered. I took 1 damage. You know, massive amount of power output. Good job, everybody! You overcame the traps and annoyances they left for you. Now we got to actual fight with Student Council, I mean Hexamog. About that, can I talk to you for a second first? Oh god, now what you do? Don't you go adding no stuff to my stuff. What is it now? The thing is, that fight was fine and all, but do you think it would be okay to include Duncan a little more? He's new and there wasn't really anything particular for him to do in that fight. We put a little bit of backstory for his character, just so he could really feel like part of the team. This campaign is important. You were the one who said we could play what I already wrote. I am not rewriting it for one new person. Big changes, just something to hook in his character a little. Alicia, this most dangerous fight we'll all face is about to happen. It's way more vital for us to practice than spend time comforting the latest third-eye puppy you insisted on adopting. I've already had to change the combat. This is what we have, and you can take it or leave it. But, I said no! Fine, if you don't want to run in for him, let's just do both. Practicing your campaign, and in between we can play what I wrote for Duncan. Sound fair? Ugh, do what you want, as long as we get to practice in time. Well, he has a good point. You keep adding new people. So now we have to play prepare for play Colin's Insane campaign, play Duncan's adventure. And the mysterious cave. But that will all be for next time. So when we come back, we shall find out about Duncan, find out about... I mean... okay, Colin's got his bit of a stick, but at the same time, it's like, you know, he didn't like evil character. Fine, he'll be a bit butt about that, but it turned out that Baphomet is a really good writer. And she made certain to base 98% of her stuff, a good chunk of her stuff, on the world system there in question. Duncan has no interest in what they're doing. He just wants to be part of a team. You know, and even Batu turned around and went, well, yeah. Well, I've got something about horses, so here's my equestrian lineup for you. Anyone's willing to join, go for it. Janya needs some convincing. Anyway, when we come back, folks, we'll probably do some more ship breaking. See if we can't get close to getting our ship fixed. So probably aim less for, expensive things for money reasons, and more for a case of get what I need to fix the ship up. But that's all for next time though. So until then, I'll catch you all later. See ya!